Okay. Can anybody hear me? I know you can't see me. Okay. Because I have no camera. It's always something with this. I am, I don't even know what to do. Nothing's working. Hey, Barbie. Hey, y'all. Marie. I don't know what to do. This is always something with every single program I get. And I apologize. There. Um, I'm trying to figure out what camera to use on here. Nothing is working. I don't know what happened to my brand new camera, but don't seem to love this. And I'm looking. I have no solution to this. I don't know what to do. But I was trying to come on and not be too late. So, like a podcast, thanks, enough's enough. I'm really aggravated because this is something that I don't know what the heck to do. But I'm just going to keep on like this. Actually, it might work better because I actually have papers. So let me see here if I can get this done correctly. I was too busy worried about my camera. Hey, Violet, that I didn't get the stuff uploaded like I was supposed to. That's okay. I got it. Okay. My camera is screwed in big time. And I don't know why. I'm gonna let everybody say hello in the chat. Hey, Brian. Hey, Violet. Hey, Brazil. I'm not really sure. Yeah, I mean, like with StreamYard, I was having issues, but I didn't have these issues. I don't know what's going on. And it's very annoying because this is a very important chapter tonight. So if I could find what I'm looking for. Okay. Let's get this where it needs to go. Okay. I know it was going to do this. Oh, no, it's not. 4, that's it. Huh? Wow. Hey, Crystal. Wait, Ned, will you be back on in a few minutes? I came in and said hello and such. Please come back on so I can, yeah, that would be great. That way I can finish what I'm doing here and try to get this camera back working. I'm not sure what's wrong with it, but that would be great, Ned. Where you at? Oh, it voted you out. There you go.
Okay, I'm up. Can y'all hear me?
Okay, Mandy. Hey, Mandy. I'm like, yeah, I can hear you. But I'm not in the. It's my microphone. Is it screwed up too?
Microphone sounds, I mean, your voice sounds a little raspy, but I don't think I think
It's
that's from
probably me.
tiredness.
It's
Yeah.
probably me. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself while I'm working on this camera issue really quick.
Okay. Well, hey guys. It would not be YouTube if it weren't for some sort of an issue, huh? We're just going to have to get used to that or figure out OBS 1. And that's something actually I'm going to be setting the time in for tomorrow. Ben's going to help me and we are going to be doing an OBS tutorial starting tomorrow at 8 o'clock Central Time. So hopefully that will help somewhat. And if you guys are just patient with us, we're going to learn it all and then just say goodbye to all these stupid platforms that don't want to work for us. And we'll just be a community of learning OBS. So let's see who all we got in here. We've got Facebook Mama herself. We got Barbie. Hello, hello. Enough is enough. Hey, it's good to see you. Pardon my doggy because he is in a mood today. He hasn't had enough mama time lately. We got Brian and Brazy and Violet. We got Crystal Phoenix. Did you guys get a chance to tell her how brave she is? She is an amazing inspiration to all of us. She did a show today on surviving together. And it's a lot. She is a hero. Who is Ned? Ned is, long story, Ben's got the sound actually of it. But once upon a time, we were in a creator's show and she was trying to be very careful about reading everybody's names, right? And she read Awake Ned. And that is how Ned got spawned. It's much cuter just listening to her say it. But yeah, that's where Ned came from, was from Awake Ned. It's good to see you, by the way, Mandy. Meow. Hey, if anybody is familiar with OBS, Mandy, like you said, you use it. If anybody wants to come on, then let me know ahead of time and I'll send the link. And anybody that knows anything about OBS, we're going to be teaching each other. Like, I know quite a bit about it and I've studied it a lot, but I still would feel better if other people would be there too, because there's a lot to learn. But only because I think once we got it patted down, I think it's going to be fairly easy, because once you set it, you can forget it. Right on. Okay. I am so not the best at this, y'all. I get all awkward and such as.
Hey, Misha,
Uh-huh.
how did you store the questions? Because I can store 'em, Red can't.
Um,
I just scrolled mine on top of the comments and
I
there's the
think that
star.
I think you have to be underneath yours to do it, because I think yesterday I was, or under Mental Health Matters, anyways, and not myself because it's not showing up for me either right now.
Oh my God, I don't like this.
But we were both in like that, so I don't know if that
Okay,
matters. I don't know.
I don't know how to tell her to sign back in. To sign in.
Let's see. Um,
Mandy,
wait a
I
minute.
don't
Wait a
know
minute.
what it is. Something's got to give here.
It is good to know. Sorry, I've gotten so used to it, I don't even think about it. I'm gonna pop out for just a second, see if this helps. Okay, 1 sec. If you're gonna be okay.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
Good. I'm just trying to fix a camera that's not going to fix, so just give up on it. It's already feeling like a horrible day, and this is such an important chapter, guys. Such an important. Yes, I'm on Restream, Mandy, and I don't like it. But this right here is so important, and I don't even know if I got everything. Let's see. Okay, so did anybody go to the Facebook page? And I had left some. If you're in the Facebook group, I had left some a page there. I mean, the letters there. If you want to, if y'all didn't grab them, I did. I posted the actual chapter 3 and also the FAQs for the daily practice. If y'all wanted to grab them. Well, am I sick? Yeah, I've been sick. What's new with that? Oh, Mandy. But if Ben. Anyway, so you did see the screenshots in the Facebook group? Okay, good. Yeah, if y'all can take them out of there. Mandy, I'm going to probably take you up on that after this one because I don't like this and I don't like Restream. I already paid for it like an idiot. That's okay. Okay, so if everybody did go if you're in the Facebook group, I actually posted the FAQs for the daily practice and the pages from the chapter 3, because this is the most important chapter. And thank you, Red, for everything. This is like the most important chapter of this whole series. Because there's always tech difficulties with me. Everyone should know that. And it's horrible because it shouldn't be like that. But I'm not going to go through because I did post them in the Facebook group. And y'all will be able. Okay, Red, just hover over the message. That's what I did. I just hovered over it, and then the star come up. Is it working, Red? Yeah, Crystal, I know. I'm going to get you. I'm going to take y'all up on it because I don't like this. Oh, you're way behind on homework. So just scrolling over the top, see I have like the show and the star. Brian, see, he says I'm way behind on homework. Wow. Okay, so let me see something. It might be because of this. Oh, that puts you on stage though, if I do that. Wow. Oh, I don't have any camera access because I don't have a camera right now. You can't? You have to log in under me, I think. We didn't know there was homework, Nico. Y'all know this is like way part of life. This is part of my life for good, I guess. I've already updated everything. Like I'm brand new to Restream, but it's not me. I think Red does have to be. Red, can you sign in from Mental Health Matters? Or Ned, can you help her sign in from Mental Health Matters so I can do this? I don't know what. I'm just really just trying to catch up here. So I had all kind of great stuff already uploaded, programmed, ready to go, and guess what? Never does. Okay. I can't keep up with this. I'm getting distracted because I have someone at work that wants to act like a fool. Jesus. Hey, y'all, when's the next full moon? Because I'm like really dysregulated right now. And I usually live my life by the moon phase. But hey, Patty, Nick, Brian, I'm Mandy. I'm so glad you're here. I have camera issues, Patty. I have all kind of tech issues. And my poor mod can't even start questions. So in the Facebook group, though, I did post the whole chapter 3 and the FAQs, because this is the actual practice of it. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because this chapter will show you everything, and it tells you everything that how the daily practice works. And it says the purpose of this very specific writing, and actually I might can move this over. Maybe it'll let me present the screen. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Don't know what I did, but hey, I can see it. Okay, so the daily practice. There you go. The purpose of this very specific writing exercise is to release these fears and resentments. That's why we say so. I am resentful towards, person, place, or thing, or at, because I have fear Oh, the 13th, like as in tomorrow. That's the problem. No wonder my residents are acting up. Anyway, but I have resentment of, blah blah blah. Person, place, or thing. My body. I'm going to use that as mine because I have fear that I will never get control back of it. But I'm not going to process that or anything else. That's where the writing comes in. You have your scratch pad. This does not go in your journal. This is anything intrusive, negative thoughts. You just write it down. Write it down. Don't dive into it. It's not meant for that. This is meant to get the present time out of here. And it is very specific. And it, like it says up here, the purpose of this very specific writing exercise is to release those fears and resentments. Where do they go? Sometimes you'll begin with the exercise with a head full of worries and forget most of them by the time you're done. Some of the worries will come into sharp focus, prompting you to take action. Trust the process. And she says this throughout this entire book. Trust the process. If you trust the process and assume your mind knows what to forget and what to remember, it will. I often think of writing as WD-40, the solvent that melts rust and leaves metal parts clean and useful. Your daily practice is helping your mind organize itself, forgetting some things and prioritizing others. The more your mind is free of cluttered thinking, the more space there is for inspiration, intuition, and insight. I can't hardly see this one. Write for as long as needed to feel some rest and relief, if you can. On busy days, you may only have time to write. I have fear I don't have time to write this. And it's that simple. I have fear that I don't have time to write. And that's okay. On hard days, there may be tears while you write, and it goes on for an hour. And that's okay too. But like she says, on most days, you'll probably find that 5 to 15 minutes is enough to feel complete. Then it's time to sign off. So we have been going over, this is something I haven't went over yet. We have been going over and over about the actual wording of it and then the meditation afterwards. But the one piece of information that is most important, and it is the point of it, is the signing. It's called the signing off. And oh my God, I left my drink in there. Let me text him. The signing off part. And that is because you only want to write down what is bothering you at the moment. Like at the moment. You don't want to dig up stuff. This is for present time. Present time, if you have negative thoughts, like I have resentment at my boss because I have fear that she's going to think I'm sick all the time and I'm not going to have a job. And then that means I'm not going to have a job. Then I'm not going to be able to pay for my car. How am I going to pay for my car if I don't have a job? And then that's going to leave me. Then it just goes on and on and on. So you stop those intrusive thoughts. You write down what you resent and your fear. And it's very specific to write it that way because your body will learn. I'm asking him to bring me my drink. I'm telling him my camera isn't working either. Okay. Now, the signing off part. Here you go, guys. And it's all, like I said, for everybody that doesn't know, it's in the on the Facebook group. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. So the signing off part, and this is the point of all the writing, and it truly is. The sign off is a written prayer in which you ask for your fears and resentments to be removed. If you prefer a secular sign off, you can release them instead. No matter what, don't skip the sign off. That is I'm telling y'all, in this whole practice and everything I have been going through, this is the main thing that she said. Don't skip the sign off. Without it, you're just listing a lot of problems. It can be helpful to write with the ending in mind. Write your fears and resentment as a prayer or as an admission of what is that's burdening you. Okay, thank you. Oh no, I'm gonna have to take. I can't take somebody off though. That's the thing, and that's why I don't like it. I'm gonna have to add another seat. Thank you. My camera won't work. I don't know. I'm only my microphone's working. My camera will not work. And he said I got to restart my computer, but I'll do that afterwards. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'll fix that, Misha. Thank you, Red. Thank you. I'm sorry, y'all. I'll fix that. I'm just gonna have to add. I'm gonna have to add another seat to it. Let's see. But anyway, no matter what, don't skip the sign off. Y'all, please remember that. Please, please, please. Without it, like I said, you're just listing a lot of problems. But if you write it as a prayer or an admission of what it is that's burdening you, hey, Missy, you're good. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm sorry, Red. I'm learning. All as preparation for the moment when you release these fears and resentments or ask for them to be removed. I suggest you this is the author. I suggest you choose one of two formats to use while you're getting the hang of the technique. Please be it. I don't even know what page that was on previously. I guess I better look. 47. Please be 40. Oh, went the wrong way. Okay. I am going to the next page. 47, and here we go. I don't know. I can't even read that. But I'm guessing this is it, everybody, because it sure looks like it. Okay, let's share the screen here. I don't do well with new things. Hey, Tiff. I want it to work. I pay enough for it to work is the problem. Okay, so it says, here's what an example of fears and resentments with, hey, Hockey Town John, I'm so glad to see you. My camera's not working. It's always something. I'm so glad to see you in here. Anyway, so it says, here's an example of what fears and resentments with a sign off might look like. Okay, and this is a really good one. I have fear I didn't get enough sleep. Fear lack of sleep makes my ADHD worse. Fear I'm always tired. Fear, therefore I don't exercise. Fear, now I look awful in my good jeans. Fear I won't get to sleep on time tonight. I'm resentful at L because I have fear he snores and keeps me awake. Fear he won't do anything about the snoring because fear he doesn't care about me. Fear I'm always with people who don't care about me. Fear I feel I always have to hide my anger or L will freak out and leave. Fear if he leaves, I can't afford this place. Fear it's a matter of time before he leaves, and fear I should leave him first. Do y'all see how this negative dysregulation goes? Hey, power. So if you're dysregulated, this is the thought process that you could have. And this is just, that's fears and resentments. But do you see how the author has it set? Fear, fear, fear. Because you're wanting to release the fear and the resentments. And you don't want to process them. But see, yeah, right, Michelle, that's your mind 24/7. That is, it's right. And I've said it's like everyday thoughts. Seriously. And fear is the mind killer. Boy, y'all say that a lot around here. It is. It totally is. But do you see how it can go and go and go? Like, that's each thing is a fear. You can write for 5 minutes, or you can just write for one. How are you, Power? I hope everything's good. Yeah, exactly. So, but if you write this with it, like they said, with the ending in mind, with the sign off, because you never skip the sign off. So the spiritual sign off. I am now ready and humbly ask that you, God, remove these fears and resentments. I pray to know your will for me today and to have power to carry it out. Love, Jane. Or, the secular sign off. I am now ready and hereby release these fears and resentments. I seek now a clear vision of what I am to do today and the energy, focus, and inner calm I need to do it well. Love, Jane. Okay. So After you do that, the actual practice of this, after writing, rest your mind with meditation or mindfulness. After you're done writing, it's time to sit down and take a rest and meditation for 20 minutes. When I first learned the daily practice, my friends suggested I learn transcendental meditation, and I found it both comforting and forgiving enough that I could keep to the recommended schedule of 20 minutes twice a day. Good. I'm so glad, Power. I'm glad you're good. So 20 minutes, and that's why they suggested 20 minutes twice a day. Okay. And then I don't know if I got the next one, probably not. I have to go back here. Oops. Let me stop sharing this for just one moment so I can open up the right thing here. And okay, so let's see. Okay, I really like this. Yeah, I'm going to show this one. This one needs to be shared. And like I said, all of this is in the Facebook group, guys. So I put the whole chapter and the whole FAQs and everything in there. So this one is, okay, so this one is the same thing, but there it is right there. Yeah, Indigo, but they don't. She doesn't on here. On here, she does not recommend 10 minutes. She says, I mean, for this to work, you have to work. The words are important, the writing, the order of it, and the use of the words. This is for this practice. And that she actually gives an example on how to meditate. But either mindfulness or meditation is fine. But 20 minutes is what the suggested time is, because that's what it takes for your mind to clear. So, and like they said, if you can only do it for 10 minutes, but it really takes 20 minutes. And hopefully, I mean, twice a day for 20 minutes. And she goes over that a lot in here. And Indigo, thank you so much for what you did today. I appreciate you. I had everybody that did take part in that. I did have therapy, and I didn't get out of there until 2:30. I guess I needed to be worked on. So this is just more, you see, this is the words right there. There's the spiritual sign off. There's the secular sign off. And then sign your name, love Keela, love Misha, love Brian, whatever, because you're going to tear this up, just so you know that. This is going to be on scratch paper, because you're not going to process this. You're not going to keep this. All this is to rid your mind of negative intrusive thoughts, so that the 20 minutes that you're meditating or you're doing mindfulness, it will, good things can come in, and you can have some peace and calm throughout your day. That's what the whole point is. We're not trying to process past trauma. What we're trying to do is process the symptoms in present time from that past trauma. And we don't have to keep bringing up that past trauma. We just know what our symptoms, what our triggers, and what, so we're going to stop them before they start. And you do it twice a day. Right here, she says, in the first version, I know, I heard, John, and I was supposed to be there, but I had therapy, my therapy. And since my therapist, I do want to take and ask that everybody please just send whatever you can, wherever you can, for my therapist, Lynn. Her husband is not doing great at all. I mean, he was fine a week ago, and now he's on a vent with a trach and a feeding tube, and he's not doing good. And she's been at that hospital 14 hours a day. And y'all know I love her. She's my therapist. She's scared to death. And I told her, I told her my prayers are with her. And she calls me on the medical side of stuff to ask me. And it just breaks my heart, because that's her love. And he was just sick. Just sick a little bit. And now he's septic, and he's had 4 surgeries already, and he's not doing good. In 7 days, it got like that. And he's hard-headed like I am. But I appreciate it. I just wanted to tell y'all, if you can, just send some good, because Lynn is she's a great therapist. And I don't like to see her having to go through this. That's why I didn't argue today about doing a 2-hour session. So I'm going to get back to this, but thank you all. It says in the first version, you might recognize the language of the 12 steps, reflecting the origins of these techniques in the daily steps that I learned when I first got started. When you've used the daily practice consistently for a week, you'll know the gist of it, and can then customize your sign off, as you wish. I recommend that you honor the general spirit of the words that contain these 4 intentions. And here's the whole part, the intentions. I am ready now. I want to be free of these fears and resentments. I need to know where my thoughts and efforts should be directed. And I seek the inner power to act on this knowledge. That's the 4 intentions of the whole daily practice right there. You're ready. You want to be free of fear and resentment. You want to know where your thoughts and efforts should be directed. And you seek the inner power to act on this knowledge. And she said she's so smart. When I listen to the Audible book, it's so funny. She's like, now that your writing is done, it's a good time to destroy what you wrote, because we're not going to keep these negative intrusive thoughts. We're just writing them. I am resentful at because I have fear of. But you do not do anything. It's not a journal. You destroy it. You don't need to reread the pages or return to them in the future. An exception is if you're working with a buddy or mentor and you intend to read to them what you wrote that day. Okay, so but it's still, the goal of the writing is to release your fears and resentments. You want the pages to be a safe place for you to tell the truth about thoughts in your mind, including the ugliest, most embarrassing thoughts that you have about your life and the people you know. So shred or burn your writing when you're done. Destroying the pages is not necessary to release the fears and resentments. That's already been accomplished through the sign-off. You destroy the pages to maintain your privacy and protect other people from getting hurt. Because if you wrote down about, so the wife or whatever, or the husband, you don't want them getting hold of this paperwork. This is yours and yours alone. But this chapter of this book and of this whole daily practice is really, really nothing but about the practice. And it actually goes over a whole step, including the whole entire 20 minutes of meditation. But I thought that this was, like I said, I shared it with everybody there in the Facebook group, because this is the whole point of the daily practice. I mean, the entire point. Back to my ugly picture for a second. Okay, so let me get here. And we're going a little bit, I'm not going in order or anything like that, because this is just stuff I want to touch on, because y'all have the book and you have the FAQs and the PDF and everything else. So this is just stuff I wanted to focus on. Like, this is the first page. I didn't even go with it first. I wanted to focus on the sign off, but we're going to share it now. Okay, so the daily practice. Okay, so I'm not going to read all this, but just know that, the problem with healing trauma is its symptoms make it so hard to focus on or to get things done, that doing the work of healing can feel impossible. When do we know we can't? Hey, above and beyond it. When can we not work on healing? When we're dysregulated, right? So when you're dysregulated, you've got to find a way to re-regulate. And this is how you do it. This is one way to do it. In my opinion, whatever I'm supposed to say. Yeah. This is one way that, in my experience, this works. And in the right, when you do it twice a day, you'll get, after about a week, you really start noticing a difference. And she took these steps here in the daily practice. She took them and rerouted them, and she used some, like she said, right here, Rachel, the woman who taught these to me, learned them from a woman she met in a meeting of AA. She called them daily steps. And so it's just, someone stopped and took what worked out of what they could find, and it actually works because you're not having to go back to revisit that trauma and open it up. You just want to work on the actual symptoms in the present time. Yes, above and beyond it. And I know that it does make sense. Because like that, she says she's continued to use it for 3 decades now, and it helped lift her out of depression. So, because it's two things, it's twin sets of techniques, and she's got them mastered. The first technique is a specific form of writing used to face and release fearful and resentful thoughts, followed immediately by the second technique, which is a simple form of restful meditation. They are practiced together, writing followed by meditation twice a day. And that's, and this practice does work. I know it does for me. It may not for everybody, but it does for me, because I don't want to keep looking back. I just want to face what's causing the issue now and get rid of it. And this is a way to sell it down the stream. And then let me see. She actually has, right here, it says and I put, like I said, the appendix is on the Facebook page, in the group. But she said that in the appendix, you'll find the detailed FAQs about the use of the techniques, including the history of the daily steps and how she adapted them for non-12-step use as a daily practice. And when I created Crappy Childhood Fairy, and I got to check that one out. It said she says the daily practice was the very first thing that ever really helped. I was willing to try it because I was desperate to feel better. And she says as soon as she wrote and meditated the first time, she experienced relief. I don't know how many's actually practicing this, but let's see, having to use the phone and contact my therapist for an appointment is a super anxiety giver as well. Right. This is very much easier. I agree above and beyond. I agree 100%. And the reason I like this one is because, whoa, did I skip a page? Probably 39. Yeah. But there it is. Okay. Hey, Blossom, how are you? Hey, T. Oh, it is T? Crappy Childhood Fairy is awesome. I got to find it then. Okay, well, y'all know something I don't know. Hello, my beautiful T. Y'all all know it then. I do not know that. Hey, Blossom, I'm so glad you're on here. So this was what I was reading earlier. And my camera's broke, so I don't know what's going on. But it cleared her head. And within 2 weeks, her powers of perception and her ability to focus came back stronger than they'd ever been. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Misha. In time, I was able to solve my problems and move into a positive direction, becoming less afraid and more myself. That right there is like really profound to me, because this is something that works in real time right now. This is better than a date night attraction. Enough. Oh, wait, where's Heather? Hey, Heather, how are you? I just saw you up there. I'm sorry. I'm sitting here looking at looking at this, trying to figure out how I broke my camera or what I did. No. Yeah, it's not easy being me. You don't. Yeah, that's exactly what everybody's saying. This is so simple, and I can say it because I use it. My therapist didn't tell me about the book. My therapist didn't tell me about the worksheets. Nothing. All she told me was the words, I have resentment at so and so and so, because I have fear that, and you write it down, and then it says you can even, it's on a scratch pad, so you can, it even tells you how to shorten it, just use your own shorthand, F, 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 fear, 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 write it down, because only you are going to see it. And then your resentment, because you're wanting this go down the stream. You do not want this to be, you don't process it. You're just clearing your head. Oh, very welcome. It's not easy being me. You're always welcome. So to use this and to see it working in present real time, in present real things, it's so much easier than having to keep going back to that first trauma. That is for later. This is to regulate your nervous system. You cannot move forward unless you're regulated. If you're dysregulated, you're not going to get anything done. Not anything that's worth doing to, help fixing yourself and becoming who you want to become. Every kind of person, well, let me get right here. Okay. This is what healing is: to recognize your symptoms when they're happening and to know what to do about them in the moment, wherever you happen to be. This is the foundation of how we master re-regulation. So there you go. I mean, that's what we're talking about, is how to get out of that dysregulation into re-regulation. And it says every kind of person can do this, even if they don't have CPTSD. Just have a look: men, women, small children, teenagers, people in their 80s and 90s, artists, engineers. Just hospital, just people going through a temporary crisis, And the techniques are easy to learn and can help you feel better right away. You can begin anytime, whether you have access to professional help or not. You can do this work alone or with friends, on a bus or in a room where other people are making noise, in person or on Zoom. All you need is some paper and a pen or pencil. The best way to find out what the daily practice is like is to begin. So let's get started with the first technique. And so I know that I went backwards to the sign off, but I just wanted y'all to know that, it's that simple. It's two things. You write it and sign off, and you meditate, or use mindfulness, whatever your pick is. You want to write your fears and resentments, and it says use Scratchpad. But you have to follow that specific format to name the fearful and resentful thoughts that are troubling your mind when you sit down to write. These sorry, y'all. These negative and trauma-driven thoughts are like the substance of childhood PTSD, which, left untreated, can drive negative states of mind and trauma-driven behaviors. So here, you're getting free of them. Anybody with channels, please drop their links if y'all don't mind, please, always. In the Facebook group, because that is where I posted all the PDFs. Thank you, Crystal. In the thoughts, like right here, okay, so you're getting, the thoughts might be about the past, present, or future, but you aren't going searching for problems that are not already on your mind. You're going to clear your mind of its current worries. So that is what's so simple about this. You don't have to go search for it, because guess what? If you're doing this long enough, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get to all of those thoughts. You're doing it twice a day, and you don't have to just write one thing. I have fear of that. I have fear of that. I have fear of that. And I have resentment because, if you have y'all let Crystal know if you have your channel so she can put your channel up, please. Always in here, please, 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 always. So you're just clearing your mind of the current worries. We're not going to go searching for any trauma. We're not going to go searching. We just, whatever's on our mind when we're writing. That's it. And then we're going to get rid of that through, no, we already did this one. We're going to get rid of that through doing the daily practice. Don't look for patterns. It says you may notice them, and you eventually will. Don't worry that naming these thoughts will make them manifest. Listen, guys, since they're already on your mind, we can assume they've already manifested, and you're doing the daily practice to be free of them. And it says, don't try to focus on a specific topic or make the exercise deliver a specific feeling or answer to you, though they sometimes may on their own. Just name the fearful thoughts, worries, and memories that are going through your mind at the time you're writing and see what happens. That simple. Don't search for anything. Sit down. I am resentful at. Oh, okay. I'm going to send them. I'm going to send them on Messenger, if that's okay, because that's the easiest way for me to do it. Hang on. If I can even think straight, guys. Oh, you got it, Ned? Okay. Let's see. Our thoughts keep the energy rolling like a snow. Exactly. Change just some of your thoughts until the snowball gets smaller. Oh my God. That is like, yeah, thank you. Enough said. Thank you. Enough said. That's it right there. That is actually it. Our thoughts keep y'all can't even see. Our thoughts keep that energy. Thank you. Enough enough. The thoughts keep our energy rolling like a snowball. Change some of your thoughts until the snowball gets smaller and gets easier. Baby steps. Right. Sorry. I'll do this in a minute. Not screw it up. There you go. Baby steps, Tiff. You're right. Because it will work if you follow it. Okay. Thank you, Ned. Thank you, Crystal. You've got mail. I think all y'all fix to have mail. I'm so glad to. Okay, so yeah, you're not manifesting them, because if you're writing them, we can assume they've been manifested. Okay. Just it says name the fearful thoughts, worries, and memories that are going through your mind at the time you are writing, and see what happens. And then why do I keep doing this? Okay, let's go. Don't worry about grammar or spelling. Only you will see this. This is your chance to dump raw thoughts that are fearful and resentful out of your mind and onto paper. And don't modify the format. That is the most important part of this, okay? And hey, Katie, I need a brain in conclusion. I need a new brain too after today. The reason we don't modify the format is because this is a specific writing order and it works with specific things. As you're writing, don't take the word fear too literally. Okay? The kind of fear we're after is not, for example, a phobia like fear of snakes, or, you don't take it right enough. It's a fear. Okay? It's more like a worry. Fear I said too much at lunch today. Fear I was embarrassed. Fear I didn't leave a big enough tip, and so on. You don't need to dig or try to write everything in your life all at once. And it says, if you continue using the daily practice twice a day, you'll eventually get to all of it. Oh, okay, Crystal. Yeah, I've got them in the Facebook group. I don't know how to get them to here. Like, I don't know how to do it. So I used to have like a link, but I don't. And it says you don't need to write. No, wait, we already did that, right? No, maybe we didn't. Okay. You don't need to write the fears and resentments in any particular order. Just write what comes into your mind. It might be an old memory that comes to you, followed by something that's just happened. It could be anxiety about the future. These are thoughts that are already on your mind, things you're worried about or even freaking out about. Think about that. And as you're writing, you'll also want to write resentments, things that make you feel angry, resentment at others, or guilty or ashamed, resentment at yourself. Anger is not a problem. And probably not going to get the rest of that because we'll get back. Okay, one more time. I'm going to do this because, oh no, stop. Because I didn't get everything in order. Oh, because I was too busy trying to get a camera. All right, let's see. Please tell me that I did send the other ones and not the same ones. Okay, we did that. We did that. So, yes. So, what's the first worst What's the most important part of it, guys? The sign off, right? And then after the writing, you rest your mind with meditation. I did, T. They're in the group. Yeah. The FAQs and the whole chapter plus also the PDF I had sent last week. I could probably pull that one up again too. But I just really wanted to go over this stuff because this was the actual practice of it, and I thought that was important. Did I open these? Probably not. What? Wait, cancel. Okay. Oh wow, these are the ones I really needed. What am I doing? Okay, I really. What page is this? 42. I so did not do these. Right. Leave it to me to do that. Okay, so this right here is if you're resentful, like things that you can be resentful at. And like I said, y'all can read the whole chapter. It's in the Facebook group. But so right here, when you're resentful, it's important to have a target, right? I am. Thank you, Indigo. I am. This is a very important series to me, and I'm just upset about it, everything. But that's okay. I'm trying to get it out here. When you're resentful, it's important to have a target. And it can be several things, guys. A person, a group of people, such as the neighbors or the restaurant owners, a category of people, criminals, lousy drivers, people who follow a particular religion, for example. And now that was in the book. I did not make that up. An organization, the IRS. Isn't it funny? This is just so weird about the ironies of this book. So, a country, God, because you don't like the human condition, the weather, or immutable characteristics in your body, for example, or yourself, because you regret what you said or did. Your target is always a person or group or God, not a feeling or event. We might resent non-human phenomena, deadlines, or the sexual revolution, but they can't function as targets because the blame rests beyond them with the people who made them happen. So that's what it's saying. Right. You can't be mad at a religion because that religion, hey, Katie, that religion was started by somebody. It has to be a person, place, it can't be an event or something because your target is somebody, and even yourself. See, like right here, it says, here's another example. Let's say you feel resentful at your child's teachers because they allowed kids to be bullies. That is the structure of your thought. But if you're writing it as part of your daily practice, you'll write it like this. Hey, Sophia, I'm resentful at the teachers because I have fear they allowed kids to be bullies. I've italicized the phrase because I have fear to make sure you see it there. This is the piece that people new to these techniques tend to forget, but it's crucial if you're going to get relief from your resentment. If you're just listing a bunch of resentments and not acknowledging the role of fear and making them so troubling, hang on. Okay, you're just ranting. And then I think we already read this one. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So research confirms that ranting is not cathartic or relieving. In fact, it makes resentment worse. So always include because I have fear when you name your resentments, and because pausing to see if there are any other fears amplifying your resentment as well. Everyone has fears, and the ones that drive resentment often have to do with fairness, survival, and belonging. I think, probably everybody's been through that. The fears and resentments don't have to be true. They don't have to be important. They are written as a stream of consciousness. Just let them out. Call every single one of them either a fear or a resentment. Don't go into a big narrative. This is not a journal. We're not trying to document or remember what happened, nor do we need to analyze it. We're just dumping every little thought onto paper with the words, I have fear before it. Or if it's resentment, I am resentful at who, because I have feared that, and then the reason. And then back to the fears. In whatever order you become aware of them. You're not in denial. You're not stuffing your feelings down or ignoring them. You're getting them off your mind and onto paper so that crabby tyrant inside of your head can have a little vacation for a few hours and you can be calm, alert, and gentle inside. When you're in this state, good things often happen, and that's called regulation, re-regulation. And yes, Sophia, yeah, absolutely. So right here, some ways you might get stuck when you write, and you may feel a need to be goal oriented in the daily practice. It's not it, guys. The goal is simply to release mental clutter, fear, and resentment. For the same reason you clear your windshield when it's covered with wet leaves. And enough is enough. Everybody is welcome here. Everybody. You can come and take what you want, leave the rest. So you don't need to pick up each wet leaf to study it, press it in a book, label it. We're not doing all that. You just fling the leaves into the street and drive the car. More leaves may accumulate on your windshield later, just as new fears and resentments. And many of the old ones will return to your mind soon enough. But the time you spend with a spacious mind gives you a chance to get regulated and calm and to access parts of your mind that are not normally available to you. In time, these reprieves produce a cumulative healing effect. So it's really, really simple. I am resentful at my body because I have fear that it's never going to let me have control of it again. And then I'm going to do my sign off. God, please take these from me and sell them down the stream. I mean, it can be simple as that. Remove these resentments and these fears from me. And then 20 minutes, and then you tear it up, you burn it, whatever you want to do, shred it. Nobody would know, it's just scratch paper. And then you do 20 minutes, and there is someone here that is absolutely amazing, and her name is Teresa. And she did a guided meditation with me last week. And I'm going to tell you, I've never been more calmer. It was awesome. We did it was supposed to have been 20 minutes, but I think it went a whole lot longer. It was amazing. And she is amazing. And if anybody could drop her channel, I would appreciate that because she just got it going. What is it? Mr. Wounds to Wisdom. And we've already done this. Okay, we've already done this one. Oh, wait, this is a good one. No, wait, we didn't do this sheet. Okay, so this one. Thank you, Michelle. Y'all, if y'all want, Teresa is amazing. On this one, I know I've been skipping around pages, but okay, there's no need to push it down. You can think of resentment as anger that's festering, a thought that loops around in your mind long after the anger is serving you. But even if you feel your resentful feelings are justified or just normal anger, you need to still write them down. Better to include too much than not enough. Because this can stop you from making decisions so like we all have emotional thinking, right? We all do. Every one of us, we go through emotional thinking. That's not the bad part. what's the bad part is when we act on emotional thinking. That tends to lead us in the very wrong direction when we're acting on our emotions. So if you can do the daily practice to get some of those emotions in check and get you re-regulated, then you can act with your knowledge and your wisdom and your insight. And you can think with your head and not with emotion. Because all of us know with emotional thinking that does not bring good things. We make bad decisions. Yes, absolutely. Resentment takes years off your life. Yes, it does. The body keeps the score, trust me. See, it's like when you notice a resentment, it probably feels something like this. I'm sick and tired of my wife. Here she goes, getting upset again. Hey, I'm just reading what she wrote, okay, guys? When you do the daily practice, though, you write the resentment in a special way that goes like this. I'm resentful at my wife because I have fear she's upset again. There is, I know y'all have all noticed this pattern. There's a specific way to write this. In this case, my wife is the target and she's upset again is the reason. So that's the format for all resentments. I'm resentful at the target because I have fear, the reason. You're probably wondering why we insert because I have fear. First, it leaves little room for open-mindedness about whether what we perceive is actually true. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. Even if we know for a fact that your wife is upset again, she said so, and she's standing in the doorway crying, and we say, I fear she's upset again, for good measure. The second reason is resentment grows when anger is tangled with fear. Remember that, guys. Think about that. Resentment grows when anger is tangled with fear. So if you had no fear, which would never happen for long, but let's just say hypothetically you had no fear, your anger would pass without turning into resentment. In other words, you're resentful because you have fear. So we write, I am resentful at my wife because I have fear she's upset again. There's often a cluster of fears tangled up in each resentment. So it can help to linger a moment when you're writing your resentment to see if there's more to add. I'm resentful at my wife because I have fear that she's upset again. Fear she's always gets upset when my parents are in town. Fear she's rude to them. And now fear mom is tense and fear I'll end up losing my temper. And that's all valid points. It's fear. One little thing can take a snowball effect. Notice after the first time you write, I have fear, you can write just fear for shorthand. So, and I try not to go too, I'm not wanting to go too far over. So just to recap really what, because all of the pages are definitely already over into, okay. All right. All of the pages are already on the Facebook group. And Blake, I'm going to get to the questions here. Let me see, Blake. I will permit my fear to pass through me. When it has gone past, well, only I will remain. And Blake, I love that every time you do that. I love that. Oh my God. Thank y'all so much. There you go. Don't we have amazing people in here? Okay. So let's go here. Okay. You're not the only streamer who has tech issues with each I think I am. I feel like it anyway. I always mess up something. You'll get the you rearrange letters in depression. I pressed on. Your current situation is not your final destination. Crystal, I love you. Thank you for that. This has already been helping. On my third entry, I only meditate for 10 minutes. All I can do, and that's perfectly fine. I'll work up to it. I'm good with that. And that's actually really good, honestly, because you just have to work up to where you can get there. This is how I found what worked for me. Okay. What worked for me was, I did the 20 minutes because I wanted to see how many times my mind wandered, and I had to bring myself back to focus. And it was really an eye opener for me. It was a lot at the beginning, and then it eased off, and I got more to where I could keep my mind focused. So that's the only reason that I started with 20, but I really did put forth all of my effort in that. And that's why I can do the 20 minutes twice a day, because I literally counted, and I know you're not supposed to do that, but I wanted to see how many times that my ADHD mind would move and wander away, and then you just bring it back. And now I had to do a guided one, obviously, but yes. Okay. Let's see, from Hockeytown, John, my dear friend. Hello, dear friends. I'm back to the land of the living finally. I've missed you all so much. Well, we have missed you, my dear, very much. I'm glad. I'd say I'm glad to see you too, Keela, but it looks like the queen of technology is having issues again. I have issues. I got rid of StreamYard and still can't get rid of issues. Paralyzed to paralyzed. Exceptionally well today. Thank you so much. Thank you. Trying to throw it together here because, Poet Brian says, right. The the perspiration is the lubrication for the inspiration, and I will not say that again. Every time I write down a word, I have to overcome monumental fear. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it isn't. Right, Brian, and that's the whole point. That's the whole point. You write down that fear. And it's just from what you're having in your head right then. It doesn't make you go back. And that's what I like about this. It helps present time. Let's see, enough's enough. So a different person every day for a year, 365 people. That's a good start. Holy crap, that's good. That's funny. Okay, so you can find there, and yeah, she's got the link for the actual paperwork. Thank you so much for that. And Sophia says, yeah, it's easier to blame a fallible individual because it's too complex of a task to take on a system and nuance. Yeah. Yeah. I like the daily. Let's see, what did I miss? Okay, Sophia says, I don't believe in holding on to regrets or resentment because it takes away from my quality of life. Get it out, take it less personally, and trust your ability to figure it out eventually. Do you know how much great advice that is right there? Those are so wise words because she is so right. I tell my residents and my patients when they come up and want to apologize for something that they did yesterday or the day before, I tell them, I don't know what you're talking about. And they're like, what? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. And they, yes, you do, Miss Keely. Yes, you. No, I don't, because I don't live in yesterday. And this is, I do this every day with them. I don't live in yesterday. I live in the present. So whatever happened yesterday, I'm not going back to live there. So you shouldn't either. And their mouth just falls open every time because I'm not going to sit there and tell them that they have to keep bringing up. I want them to bring up adaptive behaviors, positive. They always want to, I'm sorry for, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm wanting them to learn that, their actions are going to tell me more than their words, and that I don't hold grudges and I don't bring yesterday into today. And that is the major issue with especially my residents in mental health. They feel like they've let people down their whole life. And so they just try to keep making it up to me. And it's not, it doesn't have to be that way. Let's see. Barbie, thank you. Thank you for being here. Like literally. Let me see what I can go up here and find what, let's see. Katie, I'm so sorry. Sending you lots of loves and hugs and everything. And you're welcome, Ned. Thank you so much, Mish. I really appreciate that. This is really important to me. This series, and I know I'm kind of like skipping around. It's not like, but I'm doing what I can do to make it short and not drag it out. Let's see enough stuff. What did you say? I'm great at excuses, so I can justify almost every fear. I'm here for the support. I'm just glad you're here. I'm just glad you're here. And I'm sorry, Katie, that you're having a hard time. Oh, Katie, you know that you can reach out to me at any time, and I mean that with all of my heart, okay? Please know that. So I'm going to gonna see who's up for this. Who's up for now that I don't have the pages up? Uh, how many? Oh God, this must be really bad at work. How many? Yesterday is gone. Oh wait, Katie, wait. Let me see this. I gotta see this. Let's see. Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow we can wish, but today is your present. So enjoy each moment. Do you know that is? Wow. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Thank you, Barbie. I really appreciate you. I just appreciate y'all showing up for this because I didn't think anybody would, but I was like, if one person does, Katie, you can reach out to me anytime. You know that, honey. I just want you to know. Um, and I'm going to, oh, Jesus. That is a bad blood pressure. Always something, guys. Um, I really love that, Katie. I really think it's beautiful too. Did anybody have any questions or anything? I know that I answered the starred ones, but and it's so annoying not being able to be on the camera, but that's okay. But if you have any questions, I will be glad to answer them for what I can. So I want to. Oh, that is yes. Hugs to Katie for sure. So just a synopsis, just to make it like. I'm just wondering if I can share those right there. Probably not. Oh, that's for the scene. Okay, I'll learn that eventually one day. Not today. Um. So the first thing is we get up. What do? We grab scratch paper. I mean, if you go through the whole book, Re-Regulated, you're going to have journal entries and things like that. But this is scratch paper. This is called the daily practice, not the Re-Regulate. This is helps you regulate, okay? So let's see. Let me say it right here. What does Sophia say? I like to compare mental challenges to hurdles because you can figure out how to take them on, however imperfectly as necessary in the moment, and looking back at a knocked over hurdle isn't irrational. You're so wise, my dear friend. Very wise. Yeah, I like that. Um, so we're going to sit down with our scratch paper, and this is just a quick recap, okay? And I'm going to sit here, and I've got things in my mind, and so I'm going to write down. I have fear, I'm sorry. I, um, I am resentful at right now my feet and my legs, and that's my one for today. I mean, I'm telling you my real one. I have resentment with my feet and my legs because I have fear that they're not going to get any better. And it is an irrational fear, but it is there. 5 days is enough. I can't walk. I can't see my ankles. I can't bend my feet. I have stuff coming out of my legs for no reason. They're that swollen and it's just ridiculously horrible. And maybe that's why my camera didn't work to give me a break so that you didn't see how bad I look. And it pisses me off because I actually went and tried to get dressed. Um, so oh my God, I forgot to order that. But so we start out, and then okay, so I did that. I'm writing down. Okay, I have resentment with my legs and feet because I have fear that they're not going to get any better. Okay, so now I'm going to release it. You have to say. I mean, if you don't do that release, if then it's not going to work. It's the most important step. The sign off. Dear God, please take these resentments and fears from me and sail them down the river. I release them to you. Love, Keela. And now I'm going to shred it and I'm going to tear it up and do whatever I have to do with it. And it's gone. I'm not going to sit here and dwell on it or think about it. That's not what the daily practice is for. But I've got those thoughts out of my head, those fears out of my head. I've released them with the sign off. And then now I'm going to go to 20 minutes of either meditation or mindfulness, guided, non-guided. It doesn't matter. You can do whatever you want. You just want your mind to open to accept the positive in. And this fixes our symptoms. That's why it's called daily practice. We don't have to keep going back. And I find it helpful. If anybody is finding it helpful, y'all can let me know. If you're not you're not really into this series, let me know too, please. Because I really want to do things that people are interested in on the mental health side of it. Because if you're not interested in it, then nobody's going to come. That's not what we want. Because even with all of my messiness and the technology issues, which should not be, this should not even be, y'all don't understand. I have my other half in there bought me everything brand new to do streaming. There is no reason it shouldn't be running smooth. Oh, I love Ren. It sucks for right now, but there's a light at the end of the tunnel, for I have the match to light it the fuck up. There you go, Sophia. I love Ren. Definition of mental health at the end of High Ren. He compares it as it is. Yes, absolutely. Blake says, I know what my paper will read. I fear failing all of my classes because I keep skipping homework. Signing off because I've been out of school for 3 years. Keelan says, I do, and you're cracking me up, Blake. Oh my God, John's laughing too. You keep going back to school, Blake. I don't know what the deal is. I can't even decipher that dream, baby. Poor Blake. Oh my God. Of all the dreams you're having, you're dreaming you're going back to school. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think you're going to help people let me see. Okay, so Indigo says, I think that you're going to help people going through this series. Keep with it. Sometimes there's a simple reason it's not working, but we'll figure it out. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Ned, I'm going to, if it's okay with you, add you to the stage. Is that okay? I know you're muted, but you can unmute yourself if you are able. I don't even have a cool picture. All right. Are you back here yet, Michelle? Well, where did you go? Okay, so let me look right here. Go back to the chat. I think the teacher has it in for you, Blake. I'm going to drop a link in the chat. Misha, I had you back on here. Like to the stage. You're on stage, but you're not here. You're in the chat. John, if you would like to say hello. If you don't have to. We all missed you. But you can come backstage. And anybody else have anything that they want to talk about, you can please, I would like to hear back from y'all. Oh, that's okay, Blossom. I understand. Katie, the best way I could explain how I feel is How to Be Me by Ren and Chinchilla. Yes. We're going to have to get you, and I know it's just so hard, but we can do hard things. Katie, we can do hard things and we can do it. Sophia, yeah, it's a tango with the preparation and training for ballet, dance. Wise, though, hence it being beautiful but hard. Yes, and we can do hard things. where he said, Blake, I often used to dream about being back at work, even though I'm retired and never learned the electronic charting system they use now. Right? But if anybody wanted to, John or Blake or anybody, Sophia, I mean, anybody, if you have something to say, y'all can click the link that I posted. It's okay. John, it's okay. Yeah, no, this is just an offer. I don't know where my Misha went. Okay, let's see. I can do this. Look, I did it. I did it. Somebody has a camera. Yay. Yay.
Hello.
Hello. So, how did it go today? Since I had therapy and had to miss it.
I think it went well. We had some breakthroughs.
Great.
Yeah, and it
Right.
was nice to see people just being able to to openly share, because I think having it be private was like a big contributor to that fact.
Yeah.
Of it being like a safe place and having like a protected password to get on the call and everything kind of helps just take the pressure off a little bit, I think.
Great.
Good. But I just wanted to say, I think, and this is kind of advice I got from somebody. They're like, if you're passionate about what you're doing and you're getting something out of it, there's someone else getting something out of your channel as well.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, like basically they were saying, do what you're passionate about because you're the creator of the channel, if that makes sense.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, and
I
you've
really
helped
do.
so many people, and people keep coming back, and new people keep trickling in. So I think the people will find the channel when they need it, you know?
Right. Yeah, and we've always been organically grown. I mean,
Yeah, look at how far you came in a year.
I haven't even been, I think the channel's been up not long.
It feels like longer.
It does feel like longer. It does.
But I think that's because we've all been through a lot, and we're all still going through life. And I kind of just want to tell anybody, like, there is no secret to how to do life. We're all we're winging it.
Heck yeah, there's no instructions, I promise.
We're figuring it out day by day, and I think that's the beautiful thing about our community is that the people who need to be here or are getting something out of it are doing it at their own pace.
Yeah.
And on their own time, and that's the important part of healing, is that sometimes with therapy
6 months. Okay, I was going to look. Scott just got me 6. I was over here looking.
Oh, she got us. Yeah, she's like it's been this long, but
I know I was down here looking, going when June 24th, 2024.
Yeah, so I think it's not the length of time, but the quality of the content, if that makes sense.
I appreciate that.
With mental health, it's okay to take breaks. It's okay that if you need a break that you take it too, because I think so many people feel like they always have to be on their channel. They always have to be doing something, and we can't burn ourselves out like that.
No, you're right. No, you're right about that, because we only have so much bandwidth. That's why I try not to go when I'm doing like this series. I don't want to go over an hour. Mid-July was our first live. Yeah, because we had the channel before we actually went live. We were waiting on. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But we've got.
And I really like what Katie said up here. Let me find something. I like this right here. We are all perfectly imperfect.
Yes.
That is so right.
I think too, the thing about change and healing yourself is that things don't happen in a straight line.
That's never linear, for sure.
And when you're in therapy, sometimes, and do not repeat what Indigo did, is therapists would tell me something I wasn't ready, so I would just stop seeing them and go to a new therapist. But I wasn't ready to process what they were telling me, right? And they were not the type of therapist that was willing to skip over it and return to it later when I was ready. They just wanted to like push and push. And I was like, there's some things that you heal that you can't push. You just have to kind of let it like you were saying, organically flow. And like for everybody out there, not every tool that we found works for us will work for you. But there's no harm in trying it.
And that's true.
Especially with stuff like journaling or like this technique where it's like learn meditation or do this or do that, where it's like we're not saying anything about medication or, you know, it's like simple tools that you can teach yourself. Because what mindfulness does, which is why she's saying like meditate for 20 minutes after you do this processing, gives you a habit so that you can relax your brain after you've gone through a difficult conversation.
Right. Exactly. That's exactly what it says. And then it allows the positive because you've already written your fears and released them. So now your brain can be open to some calm, peace, positive things. And then at least go through their day, even if it only lasts, because they're going to come back. That's why you do it twice a day. Or it'll be different ones. But you're right. It rests your brain and lets your brain soak in some positive things. You've released everything that was bothering you in fear at the moment. And if you do this, I mean, she even said after a week of doing it twice a day, every day, that she saw the biggest difference. It got her out of a whole state of depression.
Oh yeah, like a lot of the mindfulness that she's put in, because I've been kind of browsing the packet, is like is something I put into my life. So I just started meditating in my 20s. Just not for any purpose, just to have like time alone, basically.
Yeah. And
But
see, I'm not good at meditation. Like that's the first time with Teresa that I've really meditated because I didn't know how. I've always
yeah,
done the
there's so many ways.
mindfulness.
There's even ways to get yourself into a mindfulness state while you're walking. Because like
Oh
I know
yes.
the issue for me is I don't have ADHD. So for me, I'm like, okay, once I got into the habit of meditating, I found it really easy to just like do it whenever. But that's because my brain's always been able to focus on the thing that I'm doing and stay there. And so for my other friends being like, well, this doesn't work for me, it got me thinking, okay, there's got to be someone out there who discovered this. And there's got to be ingenuity out there that has a
Right.
solution for it.
Right.
So like one thing that changed my life was I had listened to a podcast where their first episode was Start Your Week on Sunday. And the whole idea was everybody always plays up Monday as the worst day of the week. They're in a bad mood when they wake up. But if you start your week on Sunday, Monday's just another day.
Wow.
And I kid you not, like I had this journal, I found it, where I blocked out my schedule and I wrote just another day on every Monday page. And after a while, I noticed my brain totally reformatting my week. And I would notice my coworkers be like, we gotta be here today. It's Monday. So in the chat, I just started being like, happy Monday, everyone. Like,
And that's good. I mean,
and it really just gives you something positive to look forward to because we have to work, right? Like we're in a society where we have to go to work or we have to have some way that we're getting an income. And if you can be positive about it, then it can change your whole, if you're going through something hard, being positive about something that you have to do every day can really help kind of like lift you out of like the drudgery of it. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense. It makes a lot of sense. Because it only takes a small change of thinking or a small change to to turn everything around. And most of us here have trauma or, and like I said, you define trauma as what? A wound. So we can work together. And I think working together like a village or in a team, we work together to help each other.
Yeah.
To
Or
heal
I've
that.
seen Ned say it or other people in the chat say it when you're kind of like bullying yourself verbally, which is a habit I used to have too. Until one of my friends said the same thing. They're like, don't talk to my friend like that.
And you've got me where I stop a whole lot more than I used to.
And so my friend goes, if you were a stranger, I'd straight up fight you for some of the stuff you say to yourself. But since you're not a stranger, I'm going to try to get you to reformat. And I think that's the thing too, right? We come from a place of trauma where we've heard messages or internalized emotions that tell us like, we're not worthy, we're less than, we don't matter. Right. And to build up to a point where you can say that thought is BS. Because I'll tell you, Keela, that thought's BS. Look at how many people come in here or have reached out to you or have made connections through your chat.
Skylight said, yes, I love that. I also love the concept of improving the moment. That's why I liked this so much. Indigo, I mean, I don't know if it helped you, but that is what helps me, because you don't have to keep going back to that first trauma. You focus on present time symptoms.
Oh yeah, I did cute stuff. Like I got, back when I was in the office, I got myself a Post-it note holder that looks like a cat. Because I was like, it's my desk. I can put whatever Post-it note holder I want on it as long as it's not like inappropriate.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like find little ways to give yourself joy, because it's so easy to get off-railed into the negative. And especially because that's all the news gets, negative.
Exactly.
I don't watch the news except for once a month. This is going to sound insane. I didn't know about the insurrection till like 3 weeks after it happened, because I'd stopped watching the news during lockdown.
I don't watch the news because it's so depressing.
Instead, I watch cute stuff like a girl grooming dogs on YouTube, like just stuff to take my brain away from the news like too. The hardship, right? Because when you deal with trauma, or even some of the conversations we've seen people have on other channels where we're deep diving details of things we've been through, you need levity. You need moments of laughter to break that ice, because it helps you get through the moment.
Yeah, let's see. Katie said part one, we all got these big ideas. One day they're replaced with fears. How did we get here? Darling, don't quit your daydreaming. It's your life that you're making. It ain't big enough if. Okay, so why do I know this song?
I know. I was like, why does this?
Why? Okay, so now, Katie, Katie, you leaving me hanging. This is. It's your life you're making. Okay, so I've got to know the rest of that. I'm fixing to have to Google it. Or Miss Google over there that's quicker than me.
I know, right? I'm like.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so
Ned's here. Okay, part two.
My mouse battery quit working on me, and it gave me no notice. And I have been looking everywhere. I have been looking everywhere for a AA battery. I've got 20 brand new double or triples, but no doubles. So I was like, no mouse. That's why I was putting that in the chat. No mouse, kind of thing.
We can even see that.
Oh, it didn't even go through.
I didn't see that anyway. So.
I'm working off of 2 different systems, right? But one of them, the keyboard, it doesn't work well. And so I was using my mouse, and I'm like, what can I do? Because I couldn't, whenever you put me on, I'd already been on mute. And so I couldn't pull it off. Okay. In panic mode, freaking out. I have multiple mice, however you say that. I have multiple.
Mouse, mice.
And so whenever Bradley asked me, he says, do you just want my mouse? And I'm like, oh my gosh. Because I have 3 sitting on my desk right here.
Here's the thing. Someone always tells me, just take a deep breath.
Daydream by Lily Miola.
Yeah, that's such a good song. Oh my gosh, it is.
I know, Katie. I said, you're making me think. Okay, I need to go back up here. I like so Skylight says, we can rewrite the narrative about ourselves that is, we believed about ourselves that is bullshit. Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
I show things on screen when I have the background on.
There is
I'm
doing it, y'all. I'm not even all the way finished, but I'm doing it.
Yay.
So, I just wanted to show something I'm in myself after my 20s, and I'm going to kind of try to cover the actual information on it, because it is a card with information on it. But hang on, I'm just going to cover the phone numbers and then try to flip my hand around. So it's a mental health card that I made for my wallet.
Mm-hmm.
And it has the unaliving hotline, my psychiatrist, my therapist, and then I have not found a fourth unrelated person to put on, but number 4 is like somebody you could call at 3 a.m. if other people aren't available. And then on the opposite side, it has, what medicines am I on, my family contacts, and my general doctor.
Oh, wow.
And it's just like fits in your wallet because it's like a note card.
Yes, that's actually a good idea.
And I did that for myself because when I was in my moment of darkness, no matter how many times my therapist said, that's literally my job, call me. My mind made up a really million reasons why I shouldn't call her. Even though that's her literal job, right? And so like little tools like that just remind you, like, take a deep breath, right? Take the card out of your wallet because you have to take a minute to read what's on it. And as long as you take that minute, you can break yourself a little bit out of the panic or the anxiety of what you're feeling to kind of find that that center point.
Indigo. And you know what? I use that so much with the math.
Mm-hmm.
With the math. And Ben, I know everybody laughs about it, but Ben is right about that. Like, if I'm in the middle of a panic attack or an anxiety attack, and I know that I feel it's coming on, I start doing difficult math because I'm changing what part of my brain I'm using, and it gets me out of that emotional brain long enough because you can't do the analytical and the emotional at the same time. So if you get out of your emotional brain and get into your analytical and start doing just division, or I did square roots one day, and it took like a minute, and I showed literal proof where my heart rate was above like 140. And by the time I was through, like less than 3 minutes, my heart rate was down in the 60s.
Because
it worked that quick.
Yeah, and it's whatever tool helps your brain break the thought pattern. Like for me, I'll try to list off, like, I'll be like, who are my 5 favorite authors? And if I get stuck on number 3 for 2 minutes, that's 2 minutes I'm not thinking about whatever I was thinking about.
That's right. And that's a brilliant what you've done with the car. I really like that. I mean, because that's something else to get your mind off of.
I hope to kind of make a version of it that people can like print off online, or like the issue is that I guess it's supposed to be customizable. So if I just printed blank cards to mail people, it might be harder for them to like fill them out. Because I was like, there's just so many things that you put in your wallet that people can use when you're in trouble, like your ID.
Right.
Like if you're passed out, like when I got in my car accident and I was blacked out, they had taken my wallet out of my car and opened it to try to figure out like who I was or like who my contacts were. And I had made those cards to put in pockets of the seats of my car or my glove box too, because I was like, okay, if I'm in a really bad accident, they're not going to be able to ask me who to call. So it's stuff like that where it's like once I had started going to therapy, I could think ahead. I could be like, oh, there might be an emergency in the future. How could I prepare myself? And not in like a doomsday kind of way. You know what I mean? But just kind of proactive. To deal with mental health, because you never know what stress is going to hit you, and it might not even be your stress.
That's the thing with empaths. You're right. It might not be your stress. It might not be your trauma. It might not be your resentment. But you're somewhere.
I'm wondering if somebody in our community had a bad dream last night, because I swear to God, I was dead ass asleep and I heard my name called and it woke me
Blake
up.
Blake has been having them every night.
Maybe it was. I'll have to talk to Blake later.
Blake has been having them. Literally, Blake has been having a lot.
But like our dreams, our body is doing work when we're sleeping. It's regenerating. It's cleaning out junk from our synapses. And so I really feel for people in our community who say, you know, whatever I'm going through is preventing me from sleeping. That has actual effects on your mental health.
Tell me about it. Try 5 days.
Right. Mm-hmm. Choir. Oh, geez. I did one time in college. I went
insane.
5. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You start having hallucinations, auditory, sensory, like
I thought I was in another planet, didn't even know where I was at in a solar system. Like, I can't even explain the effects that had on me. And I couldn't make
yeah.
it stop. I really did not know where I was. And it was like feeling like I was living in this outer space bubble. And it's just like, I finally condensed it to I'm living in my own hell.
Just the effects that it had on us watching you, I can
Right.
only imagine what it would have been like to have lived that.
Misha, I literally was living in my own hell. Like, that's the only way I could explain it. And I don't know. It was something has to change. And I'm doing everything I can, but something's got to change, or I'm going to be back to square one. Let's see. I like this. Skylight said, having several chronic illnesses now has been a process of just trying to reassess who I am now and what I want my life to be like daily. Some days, like today, it's laying in bed, sleeping a lot. Okay, so you know what?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. That right there, you're right. It's every day because I don't know what I'm going to face tomorrow. We all know that. We know we don't know what we're going to be facing tomorrow. But I know that today I woke up for the 5th day in a row and couldn't walk again. Like, it shouldn't be, my body should not be giving out like this. And it's one thing after another. And it's like, sometimes I wonder, why do I show up here? These are the things that go through my head, the negative thoughts. Why do I even try to show up to try to help somebody when I can't help myself? You know, these are the things that I have to work on. And then I feel like,
Recognize
because
that
I
one.
took a medical leave of absence from work because I can't help anybody. What am I doing here? Am I helping anybody? I mean, that's my purpose, but is it actually happening?
Emphatically, yes.
Yes.
Straight up, period.
You don't owe me anything
You're
but
doing
jinx.
so much.
But those are those thoughts that go through my head, and I'm not ashamed to say it. Those are the negative intrusive thoughts that I think about. And I'm doing everything with a daily practice to try to get rid of those. You know, I do write a lot. I do write fear, my fear, my fear, my fear a lot. And I tear it up and I release it. And
Yeah.
if I can have a day of peace without those intrusive thoughts, it's wonderful. You know, it really is. But it's not
I like
always.
the snowball metaphor from it's
I did
probably
too.
an older comment from Enough Said where it's like
It was from
our thoughts are
Katie.
like a snowball.
Was
What
it
our
enough? Is
thoughts
enough is
keep
enough?
that energy rolling like a snowball. Change just some of your thoughts until the snowball gets smaller and gets easier.
Was that Katie or
Yeah.
enough? Katie?
Enough.
Enough?
Enough is
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah. Enough. Yeah.
Or even
See,
taking baby steps. Like I think we all expect
yeah.
change to happen immediately. And unfortunately with trauma or chronic medical stuff, the key
Yes.
word is chronic.
Chronic.
So
Exactly.
I get totally what Skylight was saying, and like what you're saying is like there's so much resentment because it flips a switch from being healthy to not being healthy. And there's no middle ground. It's like one day you were fine and now you're not.
Thank
And
you
then
for explaining that way, because that's exactly how it feels.
and then people out there who take for granted they're healthy. I did.
But I
And
don't
then
want to take away from someone's joy of being healthy.
oh
And I
yeah, by
don't
no means. Like
and I
if
don't blame them, and I don't blame anybody. I blame my body, and I blame whatever has caused this. And I don't know what it is.
yeah.
And I know you can't blame a thing, but I mean, so they say it's a COVID injury. Well, who the hell gets an autoimmune from a COVID injury? That would be me. And then I'm coming to find out that there's a lot of people out there that are. I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
It doesn't help the matters, but I'm not the only one. And at
And
least they're
also too,
recognizing
like
it.
it can be worse, like if you've sustained other trauma, like before you have a big medical thing, it can make the effects of that worse because you're like building
Yeah, it's
on
just
a shaky
compounded.
foundation already.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
so I kind of so in my mind, I've built a house and I try to imagine like, okay, if I have to rebuild this house, what do I want it to look like? Like what people do I want in my living room? Right. And I kind of laugh sometimes. I was like, this whole reason I found this community has been a long, intense process. But I'm so thankful because I think I'm where I need to be. You know, I don't feel like I'm searching for anything right now in
Right.
terms of support. Like a lot of people in our community.
Uh-oh. Just hang on. I got to add something. Just give me a minute.
No, you're good. I was just going to say, like, a lot of people in our community.
Stop. No, stop. I did not want that to do that. I should have done it beforehand and I didn't. So there you go.
What in the world?
I didn't mean to do that. I apologize. Ben taught me last night. I forgot to add it. My
We're
fault.
learning. That's what I was
Oh,
going
I
to say
see.
too.
Okay.
Learning
Yeah, I
process.
forgot to add it. But anyway, so yeah, Ben was a really great. He really walked me through this last night. I feel a lot more comfortable. I just forgot to add that. Sophia says, I just got Tim mentioned living rent free in my head by now. It's a reliable way to get anchored. Okay, and then Blossom says, Indigo, I took an old piece of plastic like a credit card and did something similar with a label maker. That's cool. See?
Yeah.
That's really neat. Okay, what have I missed over here? Okay,
If I
y'all.
just get a new neck, is that like a thing doctors could give me?
Oh, I would love that.
That'd be
Yes. Okay,
great.
wait. So Sophia's right about this. You can't expect your brain to rewire instantly. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is. Let's see. Keela, I think that same. I try to remember the saying, "Wounded healers heal." I like that. Thank you.
Oh, that's a good point.
I really like that. Thank you. And
Yeah,
it's wait, let me see, what did Katie say? My mother before cellular would give me a card with her info to keep in my wallet just in case. Yeah, and you know what? Talking about that, sleep deprivation is like being drunk. Yeah, I don't even know what it's like. All I know is like makes me cannot do that anymore. Talking to what was I fixing to say? Come on, Keela. In the phone. Okay, so you know your cell phones have that emergency thing in there where you can
yes. Yeah.
you
Put
know, put
numbers and stuff.
your numbers. But then I'm thinking, okay, wait a minute, how the hell do they get to it? Because it's like my phone is like biometric protected.
Yeah, so for the emergency stuff, I believe it's a function on the phone that can happen to the lock screen.
Oh, okay, they can like actually get it from there.
So they can, and then if you have biometrics on, they could just take your hand and open your phone, but I don't think they do for like legal reasons. But I guess if they were really desperate, they could do that.
Well, I mean,
Hey,
I know
y'all.
that.
I hate to do this, but the hubby is getting a little bit aggravated.
That's okay.
I have
It's
to
time
go,
for us
y'all.
to get off. I have to get off here too because I just wanted to come in and Blake, I know. I wish we could just make pain go away altogether. Yeah, I wish we didn't have things
Same.
that started pain. You know,
Sending love your way, though.
that kind of makes me. I'm going to say this, and then I'll get off. I'm going to say one thing. If we didn't have people that caused trauma and pain, this world would be a better place. So what I do is my goal is to try to be better tomorrow than I was today.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to try to be better the next day than I am tomorrow. And I just want to leave this world better than I found it. And kindness is free. And if everybody could just show a little kindness, this world would be a better place.
So many reasons do I love thee.
Yes.
That is perfect.
I want to make this world a better place.
We're changing it one by one.
That's right.
Little by little. Rome wasn't built in a day.
Nope.
That's right.
And I keep telling myself, I remind myself of the starfish that all washed up on the beach. And, the little girl runs over and puts one back in the water. And her dad says, what's that going to matter? She's like, it's going to matter to that one.
I love it.
Yeah.
Ah, I love
See
this
that?
place. I love this place so much.
So, all my little starfish, thank you for being here tonight. I really do appreciate it. And I'm going to work on getting my things in order and making them work correctly.
Hey, but look, you're still breathing, and we made it through another life.
Yes, we did.
And we're gonna make it through some more, and there's probably gonna be tech issues. It's gonna be fine.
I'm going to start wondering whenever the days come that we don't have tech issues anymore. I'm going to start wondering what's going on.
What's happening? Who's sabotaging us? That's sad, right?
I know.
Like,
Right?
I love you too, Blake. I love you too.
Hi.
I do. Thank you, Blake, for that.
All right,
And
everyone. I love you guys.
yeah, and Katie, like our belly is our second emotional brain is the second area we have the most. Yes. Also, did you know? Hey, Katie, wait. One piece of information. Knowledge is power. Do you know that we have neurological? I mean, we have brain cells in our stomach.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that until not long ago. But yes, so what you eat, when they say about your food, oh wait, sometimes trolling makes this world a better place. Loving it. Love it. I love that. That is
That's
so
funny.
good. I know.
Love and peace
And
to
that's
everyone.
and make your own life beautiful and it'll have a ripple effect. Yes, absolutely. And this is so funny. A good sense of humor helps face every hurdle. Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. Thank you, Skylight. Love and peace to everyone here. And you didn't know that either, Blake? Yeah, trolling is mean in my opinion. Not if you have a nice troll. I didn't
Not if
know
it's
that
Ben
either.
Bacon Bits.
Yeah, if it's Ben, he's good. But no, yeah, there you have like I forgot. I'm not gonna take the time to Google or whatever. But yeah, you do have you have a lot of brain cells in your gut, and so that's why they're always talking about food and why gut health, gut health, gut health. And I will, yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah, see, because you have brain cells in your stomach, in your gut. For real,
Yes.
I
I
did
mean,
not
that's
know
why,
this.
they say, you get feelings in your stomach when you're nervous, like
Mhm.
butterflies or nausea or whatever. It also affects what you eat affects how you can think because your body's taking the nutrition or the not nutrition and converting it to something in your body.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
it's a, like Katie said, any kind, look them up. Yeah, I mean, it is. People, you know what, Blossom, you can be my troll any day. I take probiotics 2 times a day, help mood and energy. Yes, I mean it's a real thing. I mean, like, okay, so I'm
oh yeah.
gonna Google it anyway.
And then after that, you're gonna end
There you
the
go.
stream.
Brain cells in, because they always say gut health, gut health, and I'm like, why? You know why? And yes, gut microdome helps your even troll. Yes, you're right. Even trolls need mental health support, which just happen to be my favorite troll. Um, So, your gut contains brain cells, which are part of the enteric nervous system, ENS, also known as the second brain. It's 100 million nerve cells, which is similar to the number of neurons in the brain of a fruit bat, ostrich, or Yorkshire Terrier.
Our stomachs are Yorkshire Terriers. That makes so
Yes.
much sense why they're so
And
picky.
it says that the ENS is located in, oh, there you go. Wait, look, here you go, right there. Right there. Um, your ENS is located in the digestive system from the esophagus to the rectum. Sorry, guys. That's just, you know. Um, it controls digestion, swallowing, releasing enzymes, controlling blood flow, 30 neurotransmitters, including 95% of the body's serotonin.
Yep.
So this is really like, that's why gut health is so important. It says the ENS
And
can
why it's
operate somewhat
important,
independently from the brain and the central nervous system and the
it's
gut
why
microbiome.
it makes a big difference for chronically ill people if you go to a
Mhm.
nutritionist who can give you individual care. Because sometimes you could be making a health change and it could be making you worse because you could be cutting out something you need or you could be having more of something you don't need.
Yeah,
So
yeah, like
that's changed a lot for me too, is just being conscious of like the big things that I can't have in my diet anymore. And how do you balance out, like, white bread's bad for you, by the way. Like,
I
literally
don't.
any
I'm
other
on
bread is
it. I
better
am.
for you. Don't eat white bread. White bread is
No, I
bad.
am on the anti-inflammatory autoimmune, immunosuppressant diet. Trust me when I tell you that there is not a lot I can eat. I eat the same things. I feel like a bird or a squirrel. I eat fruits. I eat nuts. I eat, there's like no white, none. I don't even cheat. Don't even try to cheat. I just follow this every single day. And there's no cereal out there, just for anybody on that diet, just to know there's no cereal out there we can eat. So you have to make your own. I made mine with the only thing you could eat was like the Greek yogurt unsweetened. And I put me some blueberries and some walnuts and some sweet and low in it. And that was my snack. It
That
gets
sounds
very boring.
delicious.
No, but it
Boring.
gets very boring. There's not much. Um,
Red
see the
cranberries.
Yes, actually pomegranate. I just bought me some new
Ooh, I
pomegranate.
love pomegranate.
I haven't gotten to that one yet. I haven't opened it up. The bacteria in your gut also play a role in the gut-brain connection, producing chemicals that can affect your brain. Stress and negative emotions can affect the gut, which can feed back on the brain. So see, everything, gut health is real. I mean, like my mom always preached gut health, gut health, gut health. But now I understand it, and also I have to do it for my autoimmune. So I eat a lot of the anti-inflammatory diet. I did not eat avocados until now, and now I do. I think it all just tastes the same. But anyway, so I just wanted to say, I wanted everybody to know that there are brain cells in your gut, and they're hidden
Yes.
in the walls of your digestive system. So yeah, like Skylight said, read the book Super Gut. I think I'm going to do that next. Right now, I'm reading
Right?
Let
And
Them.
we're getting like a solid book list every chat,
Yes, we
which I
definitely are
love. I
that
need to
because I
go
write
back
it
and
down.
review the chat and be like, where are all our books? We need to just make a list of books that
Well,
we can read.
I've been writing them down. I've been doing good on that part of it, except I need to write this one down. I've got like 5 books on here. Um,
Super good.
yeah, right now I'm reading, believe it or not, the Let Them theory.
I have been reading the same book for like 3 years because it's a lot of stuff that I didn't know was related to my life, but my sister read it and I was like, okay, it's called I think adult children of emotionally immature parents or something like
I've read
that.
that book. I've read that book.
Yeah. So
I
I've
love
been
that
working
book.
through it very slowly because it's like I said, it's like one of those things where the message is so like in
Yes,
my face that I have to take like a lot of time to process it.
you have to process that book. Absolutely. But it's a good book. Um, but everybody, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. I don't know if this is going to paste and copy like I want it to, but I'm going to try it. Let me see if it'll work. It might have done it. Wait, okay. I'm reading Adult Children of Emotionally Immature Parents and Recovering from Emotionally Immature Parents. We
Oh,
said
we
at the
said
same
it at the
time,
same.
Skylar. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we should have another video call, Skylight. We should talk about it.
So, see, the points mentioned above suggest that gut microbiota has a role in developing anxiety and depression. Anxiety and depression are gut-brain axis disorders that can be treated with the help of a gut microbiota, if I'm saying that right, which offers a unique approach to modifying neurotransmitter regulation in the brain. So, see, our food can even do that, help us regulate our brain. So, I think we're all on the right track here.
Oh, Blake.
Poor Blake.
I hate
I
seeds
hate
and
seeds.
fruit, but I love fruit so much, so I put myself through seed torture. I don't mean
I had
to
to
laugh,
laugh.
Blake, but the way you typed it, I just imagined you saying it, and it made it funny.
No, but I think you know what? We're all here. I'm going to say this. We're all here. We're all doing the work. We're all doing what we can do to help others. And that is why I love this so much. This means the world to me because you all show up, you're all here. Even with me and all of my mess and my hot mess, you're still here. And it means everything. And if we can help one person, if I can help one person, if we can help a community, we can help anyone. And everybody pulls together, everybody works together, and this is so amazing. Oh, let's see. Indigo, you have a question?
Oh, for me?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you ever thought about adult children of alcoholics? It's similar to the emotional immature parents, but there's amazing meeting groups. I've met some amazing people. Oh, I'll have to check it out. That book was just recommended to my sister when she went through therapy. So we kind of started talking about it. And so she gave it to me. She was like, I got something out of this. So what was it? It was...
Oh, wait. pH is important too. Absolutely. Oh, you want that back up? Do you need that
Yeah,
back
let me
up?
just write down
Okay.
the group, ACA, Adult Children of Alcoholics. Thank you. Got it.
Okay. And let's see, Sophia. Let's see. You're quite the glorious hot mess, though. Thank you.
She is. And she has some beautiful new jewelry, too.
Katie, I will send you the information on a kind of hot color. Would you please? Because you know what?
Oh,
I'm
I
not
think I know
kidding
what she's
you.
talking about. It.
It's the program that your book is based on. That's what she said.
Mm-hmm.
Indigo.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out then.
That's cool. Thank you so much. And she said she can get some info. That's great.
That'll be amazing. If you go to my channel and you just click that you're not a robot, you should be able to grab my email. And you can email me.
Thank y'all. See, that's why I love this community. Thank you. Everybody just does what they can to help, and it's amazing. You only drink Fiji water because of its 7.7 pH. Y'all, I'm so weird that I have a freaking detector thing, whatever tester, like in the water. I'm not gonna drink it if it's. I don't know. I'm weird because I live in a place that our water, that we pay for, like big time, fails every month. And how the hell they stay open, I don't know. But we have to pay out the butt for this water that I won't even drink. And it's the freaking water for the whole community. When it turns my dog bowls colors and my toilet and my bathtub and a brand new house already starts turning colors, I'm not drinking that water. Sorry.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good.
No, it's gross.
I actually have to filter water, and I'm about to check if I can get an attachment for my kitchen because part of my cancer treatment was I had to take radioactive iodine. So for about 2 months, I literally had to only drink bottled water.
Right.
And then when I went back to tap water, I was like, does it always taste like a metal?
I can't. I'm not good. Y'all, when my bathtub is huge and I always fill it up, and it looks like I put yellow rusty water in there, and it's brand new water. I'm like, no, I cannot take a bath in this. It's just I don't know, and we drink this crap. I took my tester and went even to our filter. It still was like 500 and stuff, 500 and something. It was horrible.
Is there an issue with your pipes? Are they old?
No, there's an issue with the freaking plant, the water system. It fails every month. We get the reports from our Texas TQ, whatever the quality, and it fails. I don't understand how they can keep failing and they can keep operating and charging us out the butt, but they do. So I just have cases and cases of water in there. Apple cider vinegar. What is going on with that? I really would love to know because everybody's doing this apple cider vinegar and I don't know what all it takes. I mean, I haven't looked it up yet. I probably should have. Because See the apple cider vinegar. Somebody's doing that I know. I don't know who it is. Can't remember. But it has to be there's like different kinds. You have to drink it. It's got to be the drinkable kind. But if you mix just a little bit, something, I don't know. I'm going to look that up. I know. So I drink tea, a lot of tea and lemon water. But my
Yeah,
water,
she posted chapter 3 up in the Facebook group if you're on Facebook. That might be an old comment, but
no, I didn't even see it. EW apple cider. Hang on. Whoa. Vinegar shots are the worst. I just can't. I'm doing ACV for over 20 years. Really? And that's enough? I can't drink city tap water as it is. I have a Brita filter. Our Brita filter and all of our stuff is like all clogged up. It's good for neuropathy. I need that. The bad thing is today I was putting it in my little apples to get the fruit flies because we all of a sudden have fruit flies now again. But so everybody, next week I'm gonna do week number 4. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do week number 4 on this, or if I actually wanted to just kind of stop and let's do a recap and a kind of like a thing that we just go over, because I was going to stretch this out one more week because there was some things with the daily practice that, like I said, the sign off, I did not know the sign off until I read more. I read the book straight through and then went back to start the journaling. Sophia, everybody's got, let's see, beer was consumed in Europe but for a long time because it had better quality than water. Oh my God. Wheatgrass shots are more vile. It's great for your hair too. Thank you, Katie. Thank you. I just sent you the link for Bean Dream. Please, to those who can't sleep, just try it. Oh, I'll definitely try it. So on, I'm looking, where is my Audible? That's just not cool here. Okay, so my Audible is, let me look. Okay, so yeah, I've been reading the Let Them Theory. So next week will be chapter 4, and it's the core symptoms of childhood PTSD, neurological dysregulation. So we'll probably go over there. Okay, we'll probably do that one. I'm gonna post. I'll try to get. I'm gonna get. I got to get with Red and post number. I'll post them in the Facebook group.
Didn't you have a link you shared with mods for the whole PDF file?
Yes, I have the PDF file.
That might be helpful to put as a pin post in the group too, even though we're going chapter by chapter. That way, if anyone wants to like save it down and print it or whatever for themselves, they might be able to do that.
Where the hell did I get it from? Where did I get the PDF?
I should have copy pasted the link last time you shared it to us.
You use too much really icy cold helps.
I think too much. My head is always like in pain because I think too much.
Oh my God, there's another book. Okay, wait a minute. I need to know this book.
She's probably having you do the first one and then maybe
I want to know this book. So hang on, let me I had to write it down. She doesn't think kids can consent to being on YouTube like she and others are. That's a big deal too. It's
I would agree with that only because I think if you're a person making a channel about being a parent or caring for a kid, but you're not putting them on screen, it's fine. But the thing is that kids' lives, their entire thing relies on the parent. So I can kind of agree with that.
Yeah, enough's enough. You're right about that. Okay, so look, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to send this to you, Indigo.
Okay.
Because yeah. Okay, so I've already downloaded it, but I'm gonna send it to you. Oh, come on. Opening. All right, let me show this. Send a copy. Where do you want me to send it to?
Do my email, and then I should be able to open it from there, and I can see if I can share the link somehow.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because it's actually sending the link. Hang on. That would be to. It's still not going to let me email it.
Oh, it's on Audible. Hang on, I have an Audible.
Yeah, you
I
have the
can
Audible.
just-
Okay, yeah, the PDF's on there. Yeah.
Okay, and I can see if I'm able to save it down.
Yeah, because I mean, I just opened it up in PDF. Oh, Blossom, I'm gonna read that. I'm gonna get it. Yes, cults is coercive control. Absolutely.
Oh shoot, what's it called?
Um. Oh. Re-regulate.
By Anna Runkle.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I love using credits. It helps that I've actually been listening to every book I put in my library.
I know. Right now, I didn't know that there was a book out for Let Them, because I have like all my shirts that say Let Them, and I try to live by Let Them. And the book is actually really interesting. It's Let Them, and then there's a second part. It's Let Me. So you let them, and then you have to let yourself. It's a really interesting book right now. I agree. Oh gosh, right there. Yes. Can we just say, I don't think parents should use their kids on YouTube just for clicks and subs, especially when you can see they aren't enjoying it. Yeah, they can't even. Blossom. Oh, Blossom is why you think we don't like you. I'm actually want to reach out to Raina on Better Call Daddy. I would love for her to come on. So were you able to get that?
I found the book, but I'm not.
Look, click on the side of it. Like there should be 3 dots. And it'll bring up like a whole. Yes, let me. Yes, enough's enough.
Or maybe
Did you find
few PDF. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Yes. So enough's enough. It's actually okay. So it's let them. Let them. You can't control what they think about you. It's none of your business what they think about you or talk about you. That's not our business. You have to let them. You cannot control them. All you can control is let you. So she says, let them, and then let me. I'm going to go on with my life because all I can control is my reaction to it, and I'm not going to be reacting. I really like the book. It explains the let them theory, and she puts it towards every real life things, and it's really cool. And the way that she does it, we may do that next. Okay, work. Never done. I'm just waiting to make sure Indigo can get this. Did you get it?
I got it. Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
good. I'm just seeing if I can upload it to my thing here.
So the PDF will be in the Facebook group also. If I could pin them to the community page, I would.
Oh, and we can pin it. Oh, you mean on YouTube?
Yeah, and I don't think it will let me I don't think it's going to let me unless we do a link, because I tried it earlier.
Okay.
But the Facebook page will have it on there, and if you're not part of the Facebook group and you don't want to be a part of the Facebook group, that's fine. Just ask somebody that's in there to grab it for you. I'm trying to trying to help get everything out that we. Because I'm not trying to cost anybody money. This was something that I really like and that I practice myself. Jesse is Jody. Hildebrandt sneeze. Oh, yeah. Man, that's been horrible. Yeah,
Sorry if you can hear me typing. My keyboard it's set up
fine.
like a typewriter, so sometimes the keys are really loud when I type on it.
There's just some horrible people out in the world that, I don't know, make me grateful for all of you for sure.
Man, like truer words, man. Truer words have not been spoken.
I know, like, this is my chosen family. This is my, I don't know. There's so much ugliness out in the world right now. I like to come here where it's safe and we can talk about real things and we can solve real issues. And guess what?
And the thing is with these
we
things,
can move
right,
on.
with making social change, which people in our community are doing from all angles with different projects, is it takes time. And that can be the frustrating part, is I think we're so used to having things immediately now that when it takes time, but someone said this to me a while back. They said,
oh, hang on, right here. Can you post that?
Yes. Let me just grab it from my.
Okay.
Thank God Mandy made us this document.
I know, Mandy is
our
genius.
modding. Like I will say I kind of used it as a template to make a generic one. So if people wanted to make one for their channel, I obviously took off the ones that were specific for your channel, but it's just so helpful.
Yeah,
it just puts all our links in one place.
Sophia says, I refused to be on camera when I didn't have input on what happens with the footage at 14, and it pissed off a nun who didn't even inform the children of the potential implications like it's nothing. Wow.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Sophie. That's
right. Look at this.
That's really
enough's enough. Wow. I was going to say, who's clicking on those keys?
Sorry, it's me.
And then Katie says, did you see that Ruby Frankie's son came to his sister to defend his mother? Wow.
That happens though.
Wow.
When there's a family trauma dynamic,
very welcome.
Often kids are
just answer the questions,
are groomed against each other,
and agree to the rules, and then we'll get you in. Sometimes it takes Facebook about 45 minutes before it'll show up that and it's weird like that. I mean, y'all have actually answered the questions and agreed to the rules, but it won't show us until like 45 minutes. It's crazy. I think Facebook.
Yeah, and then once it shows us that we do, we'll hit approve. But there's like a lag for some reason once you answer them.
And I don't understand that, but it's working. We just have to be patient. But yeah, and then we also, it's not easy being me. We also have individual chats over there in the Facebook group. Like you can find whatever. I mean, there may be a chat that it's similar people with peer support. Like one's for anxiety, one's for this, one's for that, and it's just to help. Guide people that want to be around the same people that maybe have went through it or going through it. We can help each other. And thank you, Katie. I'm going to get that link in just a minute. Yeah, I went from no chocolate, then I went to 90% cocoa, and I've learned to mix things up.
Oh yeah, dark chocolate's really good for your health and stuff. It's crazy.
And the inflammatory, yeah.
My joke is since chocolate's made from beans, and technically I know beans are legumes, but they're considered vegetables, which means chocolate is healthy for me. That's my word. That's my words of wisdom for the night.
I love that. Look, can I create a second Facebook on my iPhone? Yeah, absolutely you can. Just don't use the same email address and it'll do a second one. Just let me know that it's you.
Yeah, let us know privately, like if you're able to find either Keela or one of the mods.
Katie can. She'll email me. Yeah. Yeah, and
just
then
so
I'll
we
make
know
sure
who
that
you are.
Yeah. She gave us the consent form like it was obligatory for the parents to sign. And my biological grandfather was a media lawyer, and I was hell no, that's just wrong. You think? Sophia, I'm so sorry.
That's really rough. I'm sorry.
Wow. Yeah. There's a lot of people that's been affected by that. Okay, so that's why it's icky, it's healthy. You're right. I'm telling you. I'm eating things I never thought I would eat. But and it's so hard to try to figure out what I'm gonna eat when I cook good food for the rest of the family, and then I'm like, well, now what do I got here? But I love sweet potatoes, and I have some of them, and tuna steaks. I can eat that, and I love them. So
I love salmon.
see, and it says salmon's the other meat I can eat, but I just can't do it right now.
No worries.
But spinach leaves, I have learned to love and embrace, but I eat that on my salad anyway. So I can eat all the salad I want because I put the vegetables and the fruits in it, and then I put my vinaigrette dressing, like it says, and it's a great meal. And I really love salad anyway. That I could live on it in my smoothies. But okay, guys. Well, thanks for hanging out tonight. Thanks for staying and being patient with me. And I really appreciate all of you. Thank you, mods. Thank you, everybody that helped behind the scenes. And thank you, Indigo, so much. I've got to get this fixed. I'm learning it, being taught it to me. I just need to get it fixed. I think I'm going to have to get another seat because Red has to be backstage and I don't have enough. So it's not going to let her start questions. So I'm going to work on that as soon as I sign off here.
Yeah, like if you want, even I can try to
Yeah, just hang out. Yeah,
hang out with you in the back.
Can you hang out? Okay. Oh gosh, wait a minute. We got a question here. Hang on. It's important. Katie, this one's for you, honey.
Oh, you mean the son
Barbie, me
defending
too.
the mom?
Yeah, that's what she's asking. Where's it at? She wants to see it. I am too, Barbie. Pretty much a vegetarian. I don't hardly eat meat at all. I eat tuna steaks every now and then, and chicken breast I can have, and I do eat that, but it's can't be processed. It has to be fresh. Chocolate shouldn't be healthy. It deserves some sin. It's not. Believe it or not, though. Yeah, believe it or not, anything over like 70% cocoa, which I use the 90%, is good for you. Dark chocolate's good for you.
Yeah, and I say that because I had to make huge dietary changes within like a 5-month period, and so I had to cut like most sugar and extra salt out of my diet, and it's just like impossible because sugar and salt isn't like everything. So
Yep, not if you look hard. I went down the anti-inflammatory diet. Then I had to add in the immunosuppressant, which took away a lot of things because it makes you buy everything frozen, or because it doesn't want to. If you're on immunosuppressants, then they don't want bacteria or something to get you sick.
yeah, that makes sense.
But if you take away the immunosuppressant part of it, the anti-inflammatory is not bad.
It's not bad at all. Yeah,
Except it's not helping my feet. So yes, it does make our brain happy.
I'll pray for your feet, Keela.
My feet are horrible. They're horrible. Like my legs, I can't walk. I look like the Michelin Man or whatever it is, like the Marshmallow Man. Chicken and white mild fish sometimes. Okay, man, me and Barbie get along so great. I only eat white meat chicken. That's it, and I will eat. Let's see, I'll eat tuna steaks because I do like them. And I like snapper because it's red snapper, but I can't eat that anymore. And I do not eat any other kind of fish. So I don't know when I started eating tuna steaks, but I kind of like them. Lots of ginger on them, though. Oh, what I would give to go take a bite of something sweet right now, but I know what I would do is pay for it with inflammation, and I don't want that.
Yeah, for real.
All right, I'm going to sign off here, guys. Thank you for being here. We are going to try to have that pre-recorded one done tomorrow and premiere it. I've got one of my residents that is actually going to come. We're going to do a pre-recorded, and because of her being nervous. Thank you, and that would be great. I would love it because I can't even walk. It's horrible. My feet, yeah, my feet are horrible. my legs all the way to my knees. I can't even get my compression socks or anything on my skin because it's just weeping through it. I can't put anything on my skin. Hopefully it goes away or they do something tomorrow. But anyway, I'm going to have one of my residents, and she suffers from a lot of childhood trauma. She's got CPTSD. I say that, I don't know, I think we just had to maybe send her to the hospital, but I'm not sure. I have to look back because she was really acting out tonight. But she lost her biological father. Then her mom died of cancer while she was on hospice, and my resident was the only one in the room. Her brother was gone into the military by then. She was left alone with her mother when her mother died, and then she has a godmother that was her mom's best friend. I was on the phone with her when she got into a car wreck and died. So people that know borderline personality disorder know that the whole basis of borderline personality disorder is the fear of abandonment. Well, she has a right to have a fear of abandonment. Everybody in her life has died. So, she's got me and my mom now. And I'm the object of her borderline. So I have to stay away a little bit but she's going to tell her story. And we're going to do it pre-recorded though, because she's nervous, but she wants to tell her story. She's 34 years old. She can do that. And I think it'll be good for her. So, and she's ready to do it, except for her, maybe her behavior tonight might have caused her not to be able to do it, but we'll see. But so y'all can know that just how it is to live in the mind of that. It's something awful. But she's in the best place she can be with us, the fear of abandonment is the whole basis of borderline personality disorder. And I promise you, she's got a reason to have fear of abandonment. So it's just, it's a sad situation. Yeah, enough's enough. Yeah, right. And I am the object of that. I love you. I hate you. Please don't leave me. If I do not answer a text or if I do not answer a phone call, it's I hate you. And there's nothing in between, just the extremes. But she's worth not giving up on, and I'll never give up on her, no matter how upset I get with her. But she will be on. I'm not promising tomorrow, though, because she was kind of in trouble. Any questions? I'll be happy to give my opinion. Absolutely, enough's enough. I want to do the BPD. I tell you what, I have dealt with this for 20-something years, and it's the personality disorders or something, a league of their own, because it's handled totally different. It's not something we can try different medications on, because that actually is the worst thing in the world. And so is therapy, because they just learn, and it's sad because they just learn, if you go to group therapy, they just learn more ways to con the system or more ways to act to get their fuel. It's just a sad situation, but I would never give up on her. And I would love your input. So yes, I appreciate it. And Katie, thank you. Everybody, thank all of you. I'm going to go now. Indigo, hang up just for one moment and let me get this going, please. Maybe it'll work.